Hello, welcome to this lesson. My name is Bruno, and in this lesson, we are going to continue our studies in the intermediate level. This lesson is about reading and listening, and we'll be studying page 22 of the student's book. Okay, so let's start. Very good. First, we have a text here, 21st century dating. And please remember that dating means having a romantic relationship or a romantic meeting. So first of all, let's see, we have two pictures here. We have a picture of Bill and Ruth, and down here we have a picture of Stan and Claire. Good. So in exercise number 1, read about these first dates. In your opinion, which relationship has the best chance of success? Why? Tell a partner. So very good. Please pause the video, read the text, and underline the words or expressions you don't understand. After you finish reading, please play the video again so that we can discuss some vocabulary. See you. Okay, I hope you had a reading full of pleasure. Good. So let's read together, and then I will underline some words that I think might be new to you. So, Bill. It was love at first sight for Ruth and me, which was lucky because we met for the first time on our wedding day. A radio station was running a competition called Two Strangers and a Wedding, and I won the title of Most Eligible Bachelor. Ruth was one of the 300 single women who offered to marry me. The first time we spoke to one another was when I proposed to her on the radio with 50,000 people listening. It wasn't exactly intimate, but she said yes anyway. My mother was not very amused. In fact, she told a newspaper that she was shocked and appalled. But we knew we were doing the right thing. So very good. Let's see. The first expression that I think might be new to you is the expression bachelor, eligible bachelor. And this expression is very typical of British English, but I think it might also be present in American English. I'm not very sure. But an eligible bachelor is a man who is considered to be a good choice as a marriage partner, either because he is handsome or rich, or both. That's an eligible bachelor. Good. The next word that I think might be new is the word, let me see, amused. Yeah. If you are amused because of something, it's because you think it's funny. Okay, and the next word is appalled. Please repeat, appalled. It has a bit of a tricky pronunciation, yes, appalled. Okay, and somebody is appalled when they have strong feelings of shock or disapproval. In this context, Bill's mom was appalled, so it means that she was shocked, yeah, because Bill met his wife through radio. Good. Good. So now moving on. Claire. I finally found the man of my dreams. We have so much in common. We laugh at the same things and we talk for hours. There's only one problem. we've never met. Stan lives in Canada and I live in Scotland. We got in touch through an online dating website. In the first week, I had about 25 responses, but nobody I was particularly interested in. Then, 2 months ago, I received an email from this guy in Canada. He sounded interesting, so I decided to write back. Soon, I found myself rushing back home after work to check my emails. Stan made me laugh. He challenged my opinions. We talked about everything, and I just knew this one was different. I'm really excited because we've decided to meet. Okay, so let's go through some probably new words. The first one is rush. Rush as a verb means to go or do something very quickly. So when she says I found myself rushing back home, it means that during the day at work she kept thinking about going home as fast as she could so that she could check her email. Yeah? And then the next one, it's actually an expression. Challenge somebody's opinion. You challenge somebody's opinion when you have a counter argument. So for example, if I tell you that I believe in extraterrestrials, yeah? So, and then you don't believe in extraterrestrials, so you tell me, oh, they don't exist. They're just in films, they don't exist in real life. So this, you are challenging my opinion. You don't believe what I believe, and then you try to convince me to have the same opinion as you. That means challenge somebody's opinion. Good. So if you had any more questions about vocabulary, I will be happy to answer them during our live class. So now, take a minute to think. Yeah? I want you to pause the video and think, in your opinion, which relationship has the best chance of success and why? So please pause the video for a minute, think, and then play it again. Okay? Good. So now let's move on. In exercise number 2, we need to complete the sentences with Ruth and Bill or Claire and Stan. So let's read the sentences first. Spoke to one another for the first time on the radio, met on their wedding day, are sure they are doing the right thing, live in different countries, started writing to each other 2 months ago, haven't actually met yet. So please pause the video and complete the sentences with Ruth and Bill or with Claire and Stan. So, see you soon. Nice. Great that you are back. So the first one, we have Ruth and Bill spoke to one another for the first time on the radio. And B, Ruth and Bill met on their wedding day. And C, Ruth and Bill are sure they are doing the right thing. D, Claire and Stan live in different countries. E, Claire and Stan started writing to each other 2 months ago. And F, Claire and Stan haven't actually met yet. Okay? Okay, good. So now, moving on to exercise number 3. Okay, so now we are going to listen to Ruth and Claire talking about the relationships 1 year later. And then I want you to tell me which relationship didn't work out and why. So the verb work out might be new to you. And you probably know the meaning of work out in the sense of going to the gym and doing exercise. For example, I put on a few kilos during Christmas, so I'm going to the gym to work out, yeah, to do exercise. But work out has also another meaning. It means to develop or to happen successfully. So when I ask which relationship didn't work out, I want to know which relationship wasn't successful. Okay? But before we listen, we're going to have a look at some important words you will be hearing in the listening. So let's go. So all of these words will be mentioned in the listening when Claire and Ruth tell us about their relationships 1 year later. So here are the words: stare, shout, tabloid press, split up, spot, get on well, and spark. Before we go through these words, do you know the meaning of any of them? So now, let me explain. So in the first sentence we have, but we can't walk down the street without people staring at us. To stare means to look for a long time with your eyes wide open, especially when you are surprised, frightened, or thinking. Okay? The second one. Some people have even shouted horrible things. To shout means to speak with a very loud voice, and usually when you want somebody to hear you. The next one. The tabloid press has made our lives hell. A tabloid is a type of newspaper that has smaller pages, many pictures, and short reports. Usually, tabloids are about the lives of celebrities or people who are famous, but not necessarily. The next sentence. They've been waiting for us to split up so that they can get a story. They, the tabloid press. Split up. If two people split up, they end their relationship or marriage because of some reason. And that's a split up. The next sentence. I spotted him immediately. He looked just like his photo. Spot means to see or notice someone or something, usually because you are looking hard. So the next sentence. We got on really well and enjoyed one another's company. Get on well means to have a friendly relationship with somebody. Another example, I can say that I have a very good relationship with my brother. So I can also say that we get on really well together. Okay, the next and last sentence is, the relationship didn't work out. There was no real spark. The word spark has at least two meanings. The first one is when you have fire and light, that's spark. But in this context, it is used in a figurative way. Spark is a feeling or quality that causes excitement. So if you say that there was no real spark, it means that there was no excitement, there was no happiness. That's the meaning of spark. Good. So, without any further ado, let us listen to Ruth and Claire telling us about 1 year later. Let's see.
Unit 3. Ruth. Nobody thought we'd stay together, but we've just had our first wedding anniversary and we're very happily married. My mother-in-law hasn't spoken to us since the day we got married. That's the good news. No, actually, we're so upset about it that we've decided to move away from our hometown. It's not just because of Bill's mother, but the whole town knows about the competition. We've been trying to live a normal life, but we can't walk down the street without people staring at us. Some people have even shouted horrible things, and the tabloid press have made our lives hell. They've been waiting for us to split up so that they can get a story, but it isn't going to happen. We've been together for a year now, and we've been planning a big party to celebrate. Only this time, we're not inviting the press. Just our closest friends, the ones who have been there for us from the start.
Claire.
So, it was about a year ago that I went to meet Stan at the airport. I felt really nervous, but I couldn't wait to meet him. I spotted him immediately. He looked just like his photo. Over the next week or so, we got on really well and enjoyed one another's company. But, unfortunately, the relationship didn't work out. There was no real spark. In the end, we knew we weren't attracted to each other, and we both agreed that we should just be friends. We stayed in touch for a while when he went back to Canada, but then he met someone, and I haven't heard from him since they got married. I'm still looking for Mr. Right.
Okay, so just one more comment. At the end, Claire says, I'm still looking for Mr. Right. This is a common expression in English. Mr. Right is the man of a woman's dream. Yeah, the man in everybody's dream. Whatever that means. That's Mr. Right. So she's still waiting for Mr. Right. But good. So did you notice the words and expressions we talked about before? So what were they? A quick recap. So the first word was stare. Yeah, that's a verb. Then shout, also a verb. Then tabloid press. Then split up, that's an expression. Then spot, that's also a verb. And get on well with somebody, that's a verb. And finally, spark, it's a noun, and in this context it is used in a figurative way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new words. Yeah? So please make sure that you have these words written down so that you can remember them. Please write the word, the meaning, and if possible, also an example. It can be the examples I showed you in the previous slide. But anyways, good. So let's talk about the question you have to answer. Which relationship didn't work out and why? So if you came to the right conclusion, you would say that Claire's relationship didn't work out because after she met Stan, they realized that they weren't attracted to each other. They realized there was no spark. Okay? Very good. So now, moving on to the final exercise number 4. What do you think are the secrets of a successful relationship? So please pause the video, think about some key factors that you know are essential for a successful relationships. Write them down because I will be asking you this question when we meet. Okay, good. It was a pleasure having you in this section. I hope you liked, I hope you learned something from me today. and I look forward to seeing you in the upcoming videos. So have a nice day and see you. Bye bye.